So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring up our first storyteller today. Her name is Jessica Jersick. Jessica is from Thunder Bay, Ontario. She has been in recovery for nearly 10 years, and Jessica is an alumni storyteller who shared her story at Rockin Recovery back in 2017. She's passionate about giving back to the community by working in the field of recovery. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Jessica Jersick. Thank you. I'm gonna squeeze by you.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Jessica. I thank you all for being here today and listening to our stories. I'm going to try my best to keep it together. So my story of recovery really begins when I lost my car. Having no real place to lay my head, I was living out of my car at the time, just couch surfing. So you can imagine my absolute terror when I realized my car was gone. Like freaking gone. All of my belongings had been stored in my car. I looked for evidence of a broken window or something to help me figure out what the hell had happened. I ran down to the corner store to use the phone. My cell phone was in the pawn shop where it spent most of its time. I called my parents. I knew they had a spare key to my car. Yep, lo and behold, Mom and Dad had taken my car. My parents, bless their hearts, are the tough love type of parents, and they did the best that they could at the time. I was beside myself, still in active addiction, no ability to control my emotions, and now left with no belongings and no means of transportation. I ended up finding a ride to their house to try and at least gather some of my things. I'm not sure if they thought I had drugs in my car or what they thought, but they didn't allow me to get any of my belongings, nothing at all. So there I was, again, stuck with nothing. I was determined to show my mom and dad that I was trying and doing the things I had to do in order to get into residential treatment. So shortly after my car had vanished, I invited my parents to a counseling session. My counselor assured them that I was making all of my appointments and doing everything I could to follow the path I needed to follow. If you're not familiar with the process of getting into residential treatment, it's unfortunately not an I'm ready now, let's do this type of process, although I wish it was. Thank you. After the counseling session, my parents were ready to accept that I was truly trying to get into treatment. Looking back, I understand that after years of lying and stealing, their trust in me was beyond broken. I was able to stay with them again during the days leading up to treatment. Treatment was great. They broke me down, built me back up again, all while giving me the structure I needed. After I graduated treatment, I moved in with my then boyfriend, who promised he wouldn't use anymore. That didn't happen. I ended up using. For about 30 days, I thought I could use again because I wasn't using my main drug of choice, or DOC. So it was fine, right? Wrong. IV drug use is still IV drug use, no matter what drug it is. But after a month, something just clicked. I still don't know what it was, but I was done. I've been done since that day. November 10th, 2024 will be 10 years since I last used drugs. Sometimes I feel like a fraud or a failure because I do still consume alcohol on a casual basis. But then I remember that everyone's recovery journey is different. I remind myself that I have overcome the hells of addiction and today I am nowhere near the person I once was. I will tell you that recovery hasn't been an easy ride. I got married, divorced, lost friends and family members. Not easy. So what keeps me away from using? My number one reason for not using is my daughter. I could never put her through seeing me as the person I was in active addiction. I can never even begin to imagine making her feel like she's not enough for me. My daughter and my spouse are my rocks in my life. They keep me going when I want to fall to the ground. I'm forever grateful for them. My number two reason I don't use: my work. Having had the opportunity to attend and graduate university just before my addiction took over my life allowed me the opportunity to work in the addictions field. After a year of sobriety, I was successful in getting a job at OATC, and that's where my work began. My addiction has helped me become the well-rounded person and employee that I am today. Having been on opiate replacement therapy, I relate to people seeking help and support. I help people by having a strong connection to people. I believe that connection is a key factor in maintaining sobriety. Today, I work as a residential services case manager at post-treatment supportive housing for Delico. I love my work. I love building connections with the ladies that live there. The passion I have for the work that I do with my clients is top level. My clients help keep me on my toes, and I help keep them on their toes. I can't fail my clients, and my clients help keep me clean. Recovery is hard work, but the life and opportunities that recovery offers you make everything worth it. Please, if you take nothing else away from my story today, take this. You are worthy, you are loved, and you deserve happiness. There is hope out there, and there's an absolutely amazing recovery community waiting for you with open arms and loving hearts. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Jessica. You know, it takes a lot to come up here and share a story, from where she was to where she is now. And I'm really, really grateful that we have a place where we can share our stories. Some people here will share stories where they were all the way down rock bottom, and how they got to where they are. We need to cheer them on. So I think right now, when Jessica, let's just cheer for her again one more time, please.